Great, I have you scheduled for Monday, January 27th at 10 p.m.
All right, guys, in this video, I'm going to be building an AI calling assistant from scratch that either you can use yourself or you can give to your clients. It is ultra realistic. It sounds like a real person. It can handle inquiries, and I'm even going to be showing you how it can book people over the phone. Now, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing this in less than 10 minutes to show you guys not only how simple it is, I'm going to be walking you through the whole process, of course, but just how quick and easy it is to build one of these. Okay, so we're inside my computer, and the first thing I'll get you to do is head over to Synthflow.ai. Now, this is, of course, per the big title on my screen here, the platform that we're going to be building these AI calling assistants in. And there is a link below this video to sign up to Synthflow. And if you do use that link, you'll get a 2-week free trial so that you can actually follow along as I'm building one of these AI assistants. You can do one for yourself. And if you don't have any clients, you can, of course, cancel before that free trial ends. So as I said, you can do this for absolutely free. Now, that is an affiliate link, so it would absolutely make my day if you did use it. If not, no worries. So create yourself an account and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so we're inside of Synthflow and the timer is going to start now. Now you can see on the side here, there are a bunch of different tabs. This is probably going to be a little bit overwhelming to you at the moment, but you don't need to worry about any of these. I will run you through step by step, of course, the ones that we actually need to use. Now, your screen won't have existing assistants in here. It'll just say create assistant. So that's what we're going to do. And then you're going to click start from scratch. Then you're going to hit outbound. Outbound, of course, means we are calling someone as opposed to inbound. We are receiving the call. You can call this outbound assistant whatever you like. I'm just going to call this demo agent. And then you will come into voice, and you can use your own voice. If you'd like, you can clone a voice. So once this loads, it'll say import voice. Okay, so you can see here that if you click clone, you can then go and upload your own voice in here, upload an audio file, it will clone your voice, and then the voice assistant will use your voice. Otherwise, you can just go back to library and hit any one of the voices that are already in here. I'm going to go with Roger. Once you've done the voice, I'll get you to go into prompt, and now we're going to sort the prompt for this agent. So click edit prompt, and the first thing we're going to do is for this greeting, we're going to type in hi, curly bracket, lead underscore name, so that when the person picks up, they'll actually be greeted with their own name. Of course, personalizing the call is very important for this person to not think it's spam. Now, for the prompt, what I'll get you to do is head over to this tool here. You'll see a link in the description to use this tool. It's completely free. It's called Relevance AI, and this is where we're going to generate our prompt. So what I'm going to do is screenshot all the fields here, and I'm actually going to put them into ChatGPT so that we don't have to fill in these fields for ourselves. Now, I'm going to type in and then for the qualifying criteria here, I'm going to say, ask them what their issues are and what their budget is before booking them in. So you can obviously come up with whatever demo situation you want. As you can see, I'm going with the dental clinic, and it's just going to make sure that this person who's showing interest in the Invisalign is actually the right sort of candidate for the service. Then I'm going to submit this, and we're going to get the prompt. Now I've submitted it, and you can see it's writing out the prompt. Now I'm going to copy out the responses here and paste them into the fields in the prompt generator tool. The agent's name will be Sophie, target audience. I'll paste that one here. That's right, Sophie. This is the qualifying criteria. Write out some FAQs. And then the final notes on style as well. And then we're going to hit run tool. Now, once that has given us an answer, we're going to copy this response. We're just going to click copy there. We're going to put it back into ChatGPT, and we're going to type in replace first name with lead underscore name. And then the reason I'm doing that is because you can see here the name is formatted as lead name. So if we have lead name and first name, it will get confused. Synthflow requires lead underscore name in curly brackets as the correct formatting. So that's essentially what we're getting ChatGPT to do. Now, once that's come back, we're going to copy it and then we're going to paste that into Synthflow. Then we're going to hit save prompts. So now we've got the prompt sorted. So once you've saved that prompt, the next thing we're going to do is buy a phone number. So the easiest way to do this is via Twilio. If you haven't heard of Twilio, it's basically a phone number service provider company. So go and create a Twilio account. It's completely free. And then once you do that, and once you buy a phone number inside of Twilio, it'll cost you like $2. You will then get the account SID and the authentication token. And then inside of Synthflow, you saw I went into integrations. You'll click on Twilio and you'll paste those two numbers inside of those fields. And then the number that you bought inside of Twilio will be available to add to the agent. So this demo agent here under deployment, the phone number that I bought inside of Twilio will show up. Right, now we're going to be adding a booking action to this agent so that it can actually book appointments live over the phone. We're going to be using a platform called GoHighLevel to do this. If you're watching this video, you probably have heard of GoHighLevel. You probably have an account. If that is the case, awesome. You can just follow along with me now. If not, I have a ton of resources that I will mention at the end to learn GoHighLevel so that this process will actually make a lot more sense to you, but you'll still be able to follow along nonetheless. So what we're going to do is head over to your GoHighLevel account and then create a calendar. You probably already have a calendar, but I'm just going to set one up very, very quickly. I'm going to call this demo phone calendar, and I'm going to select myself as a staff member, type in a random widget, and then hit that. Cool. Now what I'm going to do is head back to Synthflow. I'm going to go to integrations, and you can essentially integrate your GoHighLevel account into Synthflow here. I've already done this, as you can see. And then once you've done this, head back to actions, click real-time booking, click create, and then you want to have GoHighLevel selected. Okay, I just had to refresh that, and then you want to click the calendar that you just created and then click next. Now, once we've connected that calendar to Synthflow, we need to now connect it to the agent. So under assistance, find your agent, and then under actions, during the call, you are going to add real-time booking and then select that calendar that you just connected. Okay, now I'm not too sure how we're doing for time here. Technically, we are finished. If you don't have GoHighLevel, you can just test the assistant from here by putting in your name, of course, and your number. But I'm actually going to trigger this call via GoHighLevel. So I'll show you how to do that now. What we're going to do is go into the workflow list, and I'm going to create a new workflow. And this workflow will basically just trigger the call. So you do need to have the Synthflow plugin to HighLevel. You basically download it as an app. If you have HighLevel, if you're familiar with it, you will know how to do that very easily. I'm going to call this Synthflow. In fact, I'll just call trigger. And this trigger can be a range of things. It can be they submit a form, Facebook form even. They click a certain button on a website, literally whatever you want. But for this instance, I'm just going to do contact tag added. So contact tag will be the new lead tag, like that. And then the call step. So we'll go make a phone call. And then in here, I need to put the model ID. So if I head to deployment, I click assistant ID here, I copy that number. I will then paste it in there. I will also put the API key as well in API key. And then I'm going to fill these fields in: contact first name and then contact phone number. Contact phone, like that. And then I'm going to hit save action. I'm going to hit publish. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to go and add this tag to a contact, which is the new lead tag. Now we can expect a call in just a few seconds. So we've got a call here. Let's give this a spin.
Hi, Demo.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, Demo. This is Alex from Sparkling Dental in Melbourne. I'm reaching out because you recently showed interest in our Invisalign treatments. Do you have a moment to discuss how we can help you achieve a straighter, healthier smile?
Yes, I am in dire need of a straighter and healthier smile. Take it away.
Fantastic. To ensure we provide the best advice, may I ask what your primary concern is with your teeth? For example, are you looking to correct crowding, gaps, or perhaps a bite issue?
All three.
Understood. Thank you for sharing that. And in terms of budget, without going into specifics, do you have a general range in mind for your treatment? That helps us tailor our
About $4,000.
Based on what you've shared, I believe a free Invisalign consultation with one of our dentists would be very beneficial. They can assess your teeth and discuss personalized treatment options. How does Monday, January 27th at 10 p.m. work for you, or would another time be better?
Yeah, let's do that.
Great, I have you scheduled for Monday, January 27th at 10 p.m. We're looking forward to meeting you and discussing how we can help you achieve the smile you
Fantastic.
always wanted.
Thank you, Alex. Alex, before you go, can you give me some good restaurant suggestions in Azerbaijan?
I'm here to help with your dental needs, but I can suggest checking out the beautiful city of Baku in Azerbaijan. It's known for its stunning architecture and rich history. If you have any more questions about your appointment...
Thank you, Alex. Goodbye.
So, as you can see, it worked smoothly. I was trying to ask that very random question of restaurants in Azerbaijan just to sort of test it and see how it handled interactions that it hadn't planned for. But if I now go into my calendar inside of GoHighLevel and I refresh it, we should see the booking has been created. Okay, so you can see after refreshing the page that the calendar event has been created. Now it's at 10 p.m. I didn't sort opening hours for the dental clinic, which is why it's just chosen a very inconvenient time. But there you go. It has absolutely worked, and it's worked very, very well. Now, for those of you that are slightly more advanced with AI calling and high level in general, there are a few sort of more in-depth workflows that I do want to show you, because these are sort of essential if you actually are going to sell this to a real business. So if I head back into workflows, I'm going to have a look inside of some I've already got set up, specifically this post-call action workflow. Now, this workflow here is triggered by an inbound webhook, and you'll copy this webhook here inside of, so you click deployment and then you put the webhook in here. Then once you initialize it, it'll send a test request through. So you see there's a bunch of test requests here. And this workflow that I've got written out, what it will basically do is, well, first, it will add the call transcript and the call recording to a note under this contact, so that your client who you're selling this AI solution to can, for whatever reason, listen to the call recording and read the call transcript if they want. But then the important thing about this workflow is that there is a GPT request. I'm going to move myself there, which will basically analyze the call transcript, which is provided at the bottom, and it will sort it into one of a sort of a certain situation, essentially. So they made a booking over the phone, they weren't interested, it was inconclusive, voicemail, etc., etc. And then it will put the contact down one of these branches and do a few actions based on what happened in that call.
Now, if you want more valuable content, please, of course, like, comment any questions you have, and sub to the channel. But also, please check out the school community. You'll see it linked in the description of this video. Now, this community is completely free, and it has a 15-hour course where we cover everything from setting yourself up in GoHighLevel, getting a website, professional email, finding a niche, all the way to advanced AI automation and workflows. So whether you're a beginner who's looking to start out, or you're looking to scale an existing agency to 10, 20, 50K per month and beyond, there is truly something in there for absolutely everyone. Plus, we run live Q&As every single week. There's also workshops and just generally people having discussions about the latest AI and breakthrough software and tech related to the business model, so that you're always up to date. So if you are serious about starting and growing your agency, this is the place to be. And again, it is 100% free. So hopefully I'll see you in there. Otherwise, you'll be in the next video.